William Ruto's camp is in panic. Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho has leaked the secret. President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. And just like I keep on saying on this platform, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. 4 incidences happened this week. Let us begin this video by looking at those 4 incidences. Number 1, Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya announced that he was not going to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya if Raila Odinga is going to run for the presidency. Oparanya was one of the individuals who submitted their applications to contest for the presidency through ODM party. By the time Oparanya was submitting his application, he knew so well that Raila Odinga was actually going to contest for the presidency. Even if that was not the case, he had now the opportunity to lock out Raila Odinga within ODM party because Raila Odinga never submitted his application. The second incident is the Hassan Joho leakage. Hassan Joho also yesterday announced that he has withdrawn from 2022 presidential bid to support Raila Odinga because of latest political developments in this country. The third incident is this narrative by the Hustler Nation that they only want Raila Odinga for the presidency because they are sure of defeating Raila Odinga. That was a reverse psychology. These guys has realized that Raila Odinga is likely to be supported by the president, and therefore all their schemes are being planned around Raila Odinga. And the fourth incident is the talk of Jimmy Wanjigi running for the presidency. None other than Dennis Itumbi leaked this. Why was Dennis Itumbi leaking the details about Jimmy Wanjigi contesting for the presidency? It is simple. President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto formed Jubilee government in Jimmy Wanjigi's home. And in the last election, Jimmy Wanjigi was one of close allies of Raila Odinga. Just to make it short and simple for you guys, Jimmy Wanjigi comes from Murang'a. The chance of Murang'a producing a running mate to Raila Odinga is so high. So Jimmy Wanjigi is also raising his stakes with the possibility of being Raila Odinga's running mate. Remember, the last time Jimmy Wanjigi was in Bondo, what was his mission in Bondo? I did a video on that, and in that video, I opined that either he was positioning himself for the running mate or the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. But let us focus our attention on what Ali Hassan Joho leaked, because this is what is causing a lot of panic in William Ruto's camp. But before we go into all those details, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, let us get back to serious business. Hassan Joho announced finally that he's not going to run for the presidency in 2022, but will instead support Raila Odinga. And in Hassan Joho's story, he's revealing 3 things or 4 things. The first thing Hassan Joho is revealing is that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support Raila Odinga for the presidency. Why am I saying that Hassan Joho is revealing so? According to Hassan Joho, he has held several meetings with Raila Odinga, and he has concluded that based on what Raila has told him, Raila has assured him that the president is going to support him. And that's why he's withdrawing his bid, and he's also withdrawing any ambition of becoming a running mate to anybody. He just wants to focus all his energy in Raila Odinga's presidency. So basically, for the first time, someone is revealing that Raila Odinga has assured him that the president is going to support him. The second thing, which is also coming out from Joho's take, is that there are actually background talks and mobilization for Raila Odinga's bid. The truth of the matter is that Joho wanted to run for the presidency. Oparanya wanted to run for the presidency. They've suddenly withdrawn. So which means someone somewhere is actually busy going to them and convincing them to withdraw their bids so that they can support Raila Amolo Odinga. The third thing is revealing is the plans to revamp the ODM party. President Uhuru Kenyatta contested under Jubilee. And President Uhuru Kenyatta is not stupid to ensure that Jubilee party is killed or is dead. At the same time, the president wants Raila Odinga to become the president. So which vehicle should Raila Odinga use? The only vehicle Raila should use is the ODM party. Because the president's calculation is that Raila Odinga should use ODM party, should use NASA, and finally is going to bring a few percentage from his basket. So Joho is revealing that Raila Odinga has actually embarked on a strategy of revamping the ODM party. Number 4, from Hassan Joho's story, it is also clear that Raila Odinga is already laying an elaborate strategy and the ground for his 2022 presidential bid. That's why Joho is withdrawing, that's why Oparanya is withdrawing, and the rest are also withdrawing. But why is President Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement or support for Raila Amolo Odinga is going to be important for Raila Odinga and ODM support base? Why do you think it's going to be important? Let me put it in a different perspective. Do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to play a role significantly on Raila Odinga becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya? If you ask me, the only thing Raila Odinga needs in this country is President Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement. He doesn't need anything. When it comes to numbers, he has. When it comes to support, he has. When it comes to national appeal, he has. When it comes to reform credential, Raila Odinga has. The only thing Raila Odinga has been missing is the deep state. So President Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement is going to help Raila Amolo Odinga in 4 ways or 5 ways. Number 1, it's going to energize his support base. I've always maintained on this platform that if President Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to support Raila Odinga, then Raila Odinga should forget about running for the presidency in 2022. He should just forget about that. Why? His support base is tired. There's nothing they've never done to make Raila Odinga president. They've always turned out to vote. Those votes have never counted. They've always gone to the streets to fight for their stolen victory. Again, that has never been reversed. There is nothing they've never done. So they were getting tired of the same story. So the only thing which will make them turn out in large numbers is if the president was going to assure Raila Odinga that he is going to support him. As a matter of fact, the turnout in Raila Odinga's strongholds are going to be so high should President Uhuru Kenyatta support him. They know that even if Ruto and Uhuru are still together, they would still beat them. So the only thing they want is that assurance that if they go to the polls, if they wake up in the morning to cast their vote, that their vote is going to count. So Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement is actually going to re-energize Raila Odinga's stronghold. Number 2, with President Uhuru Kenyatta coming on board, One Kenya Alliance is likely to join him. The truth of the matter is that the president has been trying so hard to reunite One Kenya Alliance with Raila Amolo Odinga. And I've always opined here that one of the biggest mistakes Raila Odinga committed was to break up with NASA core principles. I know most people have always questioned the contribution of Musalia Mudavadi, of say Moses Wetangula, of Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka will always bring the Kamba votes. Musalia Mudavadi will always bring that perceptual value that now Western Kenya is behind Raila Amolo Odinga. Wetangula will bring the unity because the Luhyas are always united, are always divided. So the Bukusus will then finally vote with their cousins and sisters from this other side. So that's the essence of bringing One Kenya Alliance together. And the president understands this so well. So President Uhuru Kenyatta has that ability to bring these guys together. In fact, Gideon Moi coming on board will also be of importance. I know most people are dismissing Gideon Moi. KANU as a political party has structures, and those structures can be used especially during the voting. The truth is, there are areas like Pokot where KANU is dominant. Those places have never, they have actually voted for Raila Odinga, but those votes have never counted. So with the KANU coming on board, Raila Odinga will be able to gather those votes, especially those areas like West Pokot, places like Northeastern. Number 3 is that President Uhuru Kenyatta supporting or endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga will also help Raila Odinga monitor and understand the Mount Kenya voting pattern. The truth of the matter is that Mount Kenya is currently with the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. But the other truth is that they cannot vote for William Ruto to the extent they voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta in the last election. Again, as much as President Uhuru Kenyatta might be popular, which is also perceptional because voting has never happened, President Uhuru Kenyatta will also have those supporters who will always die with him. So those supporters will definitely vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. So Uhuru Kenyatta joining Raila Odinga would mean that Raila Odinga is likely to gain more from the larger Mount Kenya region. It's not going to lose, unlike Ruto. Ruto, for example, I can count for you the votes he's likely to lose. He's going to lose the vote of Uhuru Kenyatta. He's likely to lose the vote of Murade. He's likely to lose the vote of Anne Waiguru, Maina Kamanda. So you can count those votes. But for Raila Odinga, you cannot count the vote he's going to lose from the larger Mount Kenya region if they don't support him. So Uhuru Kenyatta's support is going to be important. Number 4 is the funding. The mere fact that a sitting president is endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga is important for funding. 2022 general election is going to be one of the most expensive general elections in this country. So it will require money. Of course, William Ruto is able to fund his campaigns. Raila Odinga has funded 2 or 3 previous general elections successfully. But in the last election, I witnessed Raila Odinga didn't have enough money for the campaign. By Uhuru Kenyatta supporting him, it means even Uhuru Kenyatta himself, being one of the richest guys in the country, can actually pump a lot of money in this campaign. There are so many people who are doing business with Uhuru Kenyatta who are likely to pump money in that campaign. And the mere fact that the president is the one endorsing Raila Odinga means there are several billionaires, tycoons in this country who are just waiting to see. So they'll gamble their money on Raila Amolo Odinga. And lastly is the deep state. The truth of the matter is that there is what is called deep state. This deep state, people don't really understand it. But deep state comes handy in several ways. I've always explained that during the voter registration in the last election, Nyanza's, the ODM strongholds never had the registration kits. So they were being rotational. So today they're in this point, the next day they're in that point, the next day they're in the other constituency. So most people were never registered to vote. While in Jubilee strongholds, the kits were everywhere. So it means IEBC was programmed to operate that way. What about officials who will be monitoring and overseeing the elections? In the last election, most of these people were people allied to President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. So basically, the deep state will also influence. The president would not want a situation where he's ashamed, where he is embarrassed. And that's why sometimes I also think that probably what is happening in Georgia and what is happening in Kiambaa is a test run. The president is just testing to see how far these guys can go with their plans. Because I doubt if the president really wanted to win in Georgia or he wanted to win in Kiambaa, he would let that seat slip easily the way the Georgia one slipped. Let me hear your thoughts. I don't know what you think. Do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta supporting Raila Amolo Odinga for the presidency in 2022 will make Raila Odinga the next president of the Republic of Kenya? Let me hear your thoughts and thank you. Have a good day.